It's NBA playoff time. Well, kind of. It's the play-in tournament time, but we'll get to the NBA playoffs. We do give our thoughts on the play-in tournament, or as we renamed the LeBron play-in tournament, because he seems to play in it every single year. And then some of the upcoming series, Orlando versus Cleveland, obviously is top of our mind, but also Milwaukee versus Indiana, Dallas versus LA, and some of the others. We give our picks for who's coming out of the West, who's coming out of the East, who's going to play. We do give our thoughts on Mike Tyson because he's in the news. We're gonna hopefully beat the living tar out of the Paul brother, and then we give our thoughts on OJ, and then we have our weekly Florida segment where we educate people about the life here in Florida. And if you like what we do, don't forget to like and subscribe to us on iHeart Podcast, on Apple Podcast, on YouTube, and anywhere else that you may get your podcast. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We are on Patreon, patreon.com/Sandlot Sports. Help keep us going. Welcome to the One Sports Podcast in Sanford, Florida. This is Sandlot Sports. I am Adam Capison. I'm here with Dorian Cody.
I don't know how I feel about this new USA team.
Well, we'll talk about that. And BJ Thomas.
Welcome to the playoffs, Orlando Magic.
Hey, look at that. So, first things first, I promise you guys, I will not fire you via email. I know that's a thing nowadays. We're not doing it.
I wish you would. You don't live far enough away to do that. I will pull up at midnight and wake your children up.
Oh man,
The youngest one first.
So yes, it is playoff time. Is NBA playoff time, and technically, I guess the playoffs have started today. Do we count the play-in tournament as the playoffs? I don't know how this
LeBron's
works.
better considering 3 out of 4 years. It's the only way he's got in.
Yeah, ironically, LeBron's playing right now. Mm-hmm. So they are up by 493-89 over New Orleans. Welcome to postseason basketball, Zion Williamson.
Yeah, this is first playoff series in the playoffs.
So again, if you count the play-in tournament as the playoffs, yes.
Yeah, I was watching his plays or whatnot tonight, and one of the things that I like is, well, I like that he looked like he shedded about maybe 10, 15 pounds, and he's taking it to the rack, and he's making Anthony Davis look like a little kid. I mean, Anthony Davis has him by what, 5 inches? Because Anthony Davis like what, 6'11", and Zion Williamson is maybe 6'6".
Yeah, so AD is listed at 6'10", Zion's listed at 6'6".
Yeah,
but it's Zion like, 6'6" by 6'6".
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And he's proving it. He's showing it tonight. Like he's just bullying over Anthony Davis, and it's like I don't know, man. Anthony Davis is not a center. He's not a center.
You gotta want to take that punishment. That's punishment. That's punishment. That's like playing football for 4 quarters in the NBA, getting hit by that guy in the chest constantly. Boxed out.
So that's like having to tackle Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry's only 237, but
yeah, I'm saying it like, but wouldn't Derrick Henry be the equivalent of he's the Zion Williamson of the
Brandon
NFL?
Jacobs, 274.
Oh yeah, that's right, 6'4", 274.
Yeah. So I would say like tackling Brandon Jacobs
for 48 minutes.
Imagine taking that to your chest for 4 quarters. Just a guy driving to the basket and jumping into you to try to create contact, out muscling you. I mean, he has the ability to take the ball out of your hands.
Yeah, literally
by force.
Damn.
I tell you, there's very few things that beats physics. Yeah. And it's usually just more physics.
Yeah, just better physics.
Just better physics. That's the only thing that beats physics. And I'm telling you, that chest is going to get soft by the 4th quarter. It's going to be mushy.
I think he already is. I think Anthony Davis has 4 fouls. I think already.
In a mushy chest.
In a mushy chest.
I hated playing basketball, even if I was taller than them. I hated playing basketball against thick players.
Oh yeah.
Because there's not much you can do. All you can do is be long. That's all you can do is get long. That's it. Other than that, and when you get long, what's open? That damn chest.
Yep.
The ribs, all that. So that was one of my pet peeves of basketball. is people with lateral quickness and people that had the thickness.
Quickness and the thickness. So, BJ, you touched on something. So the past 4 years since
Don't
they won the
accuse me of that.
championship, since they won the championship in the bubble, LeBron has been in the play-in tournament pretty much every single year.
Playing Bron. That's the LeBron James tournament. When he retires, it's gonna be called the LeBron James playing tournament.
So I guess my question is, if they end up losing this game to New Orleans, and they were up by 18, now they're only up by 2, like what can they do? Because this is kind of their ceiling is the play-in tournament.
Well, we also haven't mentioned that LeBron was dead set against the playing tournament when it came out,
Until he,
and now it's like it's for him.
yeah,
It's his. It's gonna be him and Bronny's next year too.
yeah.
You
So-
think a team is going to draft Bronny?
Have you ever seen a more like middling superstar team? D'Angelo Russell's no joke. LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It might not be a true 3-headed monster, but it's like a 2.5-headed monster.
Yeah, and
Two and
Austin
three-quarters.
Reeves has game too.
Yeah. Boston.
But I mean, their ceiling is the 6th seed, the 7th seed.
You think LeBron's domination of the roster and domination of the ball game is kind of like worn thin on this generation of players?
I think so.
Especially without the results.
Yeah.
Right.
Mike could do that shit.
Mhm.
6. No game 7s. Like if Mike runs the offense for like 10 straight games, 15 straight games, you're kind of like, well, okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, like they can do that. The same results don't come from LeBron James. LeBron James would have missed the playoffs the last 4 years had it not been for that tournament he hates.
True.
And the answer to your question, Dorian, someone's going to draft Bronny. I mean,
In hopes that LeBron James forces his way to that team. Or
Bronny
no.
James has the college stats as LeVar Ball did.
Oh, damn.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was
Same high school stats that Stephen A. Smith had.
Yes.
Damn.
Wow. Someone suggested that that Bronny will be better off playing a year in Europe and then coming to the United
Sure, whatever.
States.
Whatever.
I'm like, his last name alone is not gonna let him go to
No.
See how I instantly got tired once you started talking about Bronny?
Yeah.
Europe.
But no, he's going to ride the bit. He's going to be in the G League. He's going to be a two-way player. He's not going to be what people want him to be. And BJ's right. Someone's going to draft him because they're going to try to get LeBron for a season or two.
They're going to boot his ass down. And he's going to get dominated by Mac McClung.
Yep.
Mhm.
But here's the thing, though. So let's say, for example, let's say Philly takes a shot at Bronny James and gets LeBron in. What's Philly's ceiling? Is it the 6th seed that the Lakers are every season? What's the point?
Well, first off, how many seasons do you think LeBron has left?
Maybe 2.
How much
Maybe.
HGH does he have?
You notice no one's really been popped for PEDs in the NBA recently. Just saying.
Yeah. Now, I know if I was LeBron, and I know that they don't have any cap space to really bring in individuals to win a championship in LA, I would try to see if I can, instead of going to where like Philly, I would see if I would go to New York. I mean, he has money. I said, you know what? I'll take, a 2-year deal in New York. I don't have to touch the roster, and see,
Well,
see
just
what
because he
Brooklyn-
doesn't have to doesn't mean he won't.
Yeah, that's true.
Zion Williamson
That is
doesn't
true.
have to eat that whole pie. Doesn't mean that he won't.
Yeah, those big buckets of beignets too.
I think it's fried food. I think it's
I
fried.
wasn't going to go there. So
Hey, I said food.
Right.
Don't try to do that to me.
That is true. He did say food.
Try, try to
Oh,
get me in
fries. See?
trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Sitting here.
no.
Jeez. Jeez. I'm an asshole. I'm not racist.
We'll save that for a
No,
Florida segment.
right, exactly. The funny thing is, well, it's not funny. There's a situation one time where I remember I was in a potluck at work, and they were like, "Hey, Dorian, you're responsible to get the chicken," and it was a complete silence. And they were like, "I just say fried, but like any type of chicken." I was like, "Whatever."
I know what you
So
implied, bitch.
I just, yeah. I was just like,
What
really?
if, what if I hollowed out a watermelon and served the fried chicken in the watermelon?
I was like, wow. And then she said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "You apologizing? Let me know that there's another tone."
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You just should have laughed. Like, got him.
Yeah. Like, but back to you were saying,
Huh?
yeah. So a team that drafts Bronny, obviously they're desperate to get Bronny.
Wait a second. We're going to go back and talk about this waste of a basketball space and avoid the accidental white people racism. It's a much better conversation than Bronny.
I mean, basically the Bronny conversation is more so where's LeBron going to go? We do know wherever Bronny goes, LeBron's going to find his way there.
That's a different ism. That's nepotism,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is also shitty.
Yeah. So we'll get it back to basketball before I completely get myself in trouble. So who's coming out of the play-in tournament on the West? Because you got, like I said, you got the Lakers playing the Pelicans now, and Golden State plays Sacramento later today.
I don't know what your degenerate bet slips say. Betting on the play-in tournament.
Hey, you know what? At least I'm not betting on ping pong.
I told one of my friends, if you see me betting on Eastern European table tennis, then I have a problem.
Yes.
Then there's an issue. Call somebody, smack me, get me some help, do something.
Take it off my phone, please.
Yeah. But as long as it's basketball and football, might not be a problem. Might. So who's supposed to win that Eastern European table tennis match? I knew I was towing the line when Mike gave us that tip on the fighter for the MMA, how she looks super dehydrated, and she goes out there and wears that girl out. I was like, damn. But I'm taking Mike's tips. He knows way more about MMA than I do. So if he says something, I might be like, $10. I see that.
That's worth it. That's worth a Big Mac.
Yeah. Holly Holmes like 50. And we bet on her. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I wonder if there's going to be a line on the Jake Paul exhibition.
No, because it's exhibition.
Yeah, you never know. Somebody's taking money on that.
Oh yeah.
Somebody is, because there's morons out there.
I just want someone to go to Mike's locker room right before the match and just say, "Hey, Jake Paul fucked Reppin Givens."
Yes. Yes.
Oh, he did. You know, I'm gonna make an example of that motherfucker. I swear to God. I swear.
I wish. I hope to God he has a 30-year flashback in the middle of that ring. I hope Jake Paul snaps him with a jab and he's like, bitch.
Just ends him.
4 years ago in Vegas, I met Mike Tyson. And at first, I heard people say that before meeting him, like Mike Tyson is the only man that will humble the biggest man in the room. I'm like, okay, people say that shit. No. It's like he has an intimidating presence, but he's a nice guy, but he's just like, oh shit.
But you know better. You know better. Like you walk up to him knowing better. Absolutely. Don't cross a line. If he doesn't want to sign it, he ain't gonna sign it. If he doesn't want to talk to you, don't talk to him.
Absolutely.
Like you just know better.
Absolutely.
And some dude in a Brooklyn hotel did not know better. And some dude on an airplane didn't know better. Right. And Don King didn't know better. And Brad Pitt didn't know better. Right. Yeah. But there's certain people, they all had to learn. And because they learned, we learned.
Yep. We learned vicariously through them.
Who was that? Was that
Absolutely.
Michael Spinks after Robin Givens, where he came out and destroyed him and then walked out of
Yes.
the ring?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the first pay-per-view fight I remember seeing. I was laying on the couch in the living room. My mom said it was too late for me to be watching this. I had to go to bed. So I was laying with my face to the back of the couch. Of course, not asleep. I was listening to the fight. And he comes out, hear the bell ding. A minute later, another ding. I roll over and said, haha, I watched the whole fight. Minute and 20 seconds later, $70 worth of pay-per-view.
Yeah. Like I remember that growing up, my dad was like, we should get the Tyson pay-per-views, and his friends were like, no. It's just a waste of money.
No, just wait for ESPN.
Yeah.
Just wait for, even if the undercard's great, it's still not worth
It's
it.
like, no. Because those fights ended quickly.
You know, of my younger years, like my early sports watching years, Mike Tyson's probably shines the brightest.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a whole lot of basketball. I watched a little bit of football, but my brother and my father watched boxing. And I remember Sugar Ray Leonard and Mike Tyson.
Well, I mean,
But mostly Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson, I understood the magnitude of Mike Tyson at 6 years old.
Yeah.
I understood that that's fucking scary.
like Mike was sports in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Mike was the 80s, Jordan, Jackson, Tyson.
Yeah. Right.
But it was just I just remember the magnitude of Mike Tyson as a kid. I have vivid memories of his fights and him just attempting to knock people's heads off. Because his style was so much different than everybody else at the time. That, what do they call it, peekaboo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where he's just up, down, and he's not really, he doesn't move back. He moves forward with head movement. He's just waiting for you to make a mistake.
Well, and that's why when he faced Holyfield, it was an actual match. Because Holyfield could match him.
Well, take those headbutts away and let's see what happens. Because Holyfield kept pushing him with his head, and like, that's why he's missed part of his ear.
Yeah. But I think those headbutts that actually saved Holyfield. But other than that, like,
I would
he
think so.
had to come up with a strategy. He had to come up with a strategy.
What's Mike Tyson going to do? Punch himself in the head?
Right. Right. Exactly. So.
But that does. Oh boy, I hope I never see him. He is kind of a one-trick pony, unfortunately.
Mike, yeah. He was not a boxer.
If you make it past 4 rounds, or if you have a better strategy, you got a real good shot against Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
If you mess either one of those things up, you might die.
Yeah.
You might be concussed. You might miss teeth. You might have a sweat halo spray the ring.
Yeah, the thing is, hey, would you take $1 million to fight Mike Tyson? No, because I'm not going to remember it.
No, but I would take 20 because I figure I can cover all my doctor bills and still live okay, even if it's in a wheelchair or iron lung.
Yeah, I'm looking at Mike's bouts now. It wasn't until like the Terrell Biggs match in '87 that it even went. Well, I'm sorry, Tony Tucker went 12 rounds
and won that, didn't he?
He won that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't really until Buster Douglas that the fights would lasted long.
So Tyson has how
was
many
it 24 of his first 26 or first round knockouts, I think.
Something like that.
Something insane. Some insane number. So what's that break down to? 12 of 13? Think about that.
Yeah.
12 of 13. First round knockouts. This man's ready for dinner. He's going there, bing, and go get some dinner. Not even a late dinner. He was still eating within his diet. 12-hour fast after that, good for breakfast. What shocks me is I've been watching his training videos. Is anybody else like surprised by the speed that he still has?
No.
Like the head movement, the punches. I know the stamina is probably not there, but I believe it was Roy Jones that said in an interview, power is the last thing to go. That's scary.
It is scary.
That's scary.
The thing is, I mean, the amount that he has got against Paul is not going to last multiple rounds. I think it's even set up like only like 5 or 7 rounds because Mike doesn't have the stamina, and it's not going to matter.
Yeah, but that's like 21. That's like 21 fighting minutes of having to avoid a car accident. Could you imagine going on a NASCAR track and being like, dodge those cars?
Yeah, and if you watch the training videos, I know I sent one to the group chat. You got Mike doing his actual training, and Paul was like, "I'm going to train by getting punched in the chest. Try that."
What kind of insurance do Tyson's pad holders have?
I don't know.
Because like, what if he just hiccups or slips or just blinks at the wrong time? They gotta have dental insurance at the very minimum.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry, we're gonna take care of all your pearly whites when he rearranges your fucking jaw piece.
For real.
I don't know. Mike Tyson left a big impression on my childhood, though, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So he only lost 5 times. The losses that I remember Buster Douglas, Evander Holyfield. The one that stuck out to me of all his losses was actually the one that he got for Lennox Lewis. And that's when you saw that Lennox Lewis was not letting Tyson get to that
reach,
body.
that jab, he jabbed the shit out of him.
The shit out of him, dude.
And backed up, jabbing and backing up, jabbing and backing up. He knew he could wear him out like that.
Yeah.
Lennox is a big man. I think he's 6'6".
Yeah, he's 6'6".
Well, and you got to think though, like Mike was boxing when he was 18, and he faced Lewis when he was 35.
Yeah. Yeah. And plus, like Mike Tyson, I think is 5'11". So that height difference too. That
sure he is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or,
I've seen him stand next to people. I don't know.
Like
I'm not going to argue with him.
Yeah. He's about 5'10". He's about 5'10".
You think you get away with you taking mushrooms and Mike taking mushrooms and talking a little shit without him freaking out?
No. I don't want to find out.
Like, Mike, you ain't 5'11". You aren't 5'11", are you, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike could tell me he was 7'10", and I'd be like, yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I'm going to try with Mike.
Whatever
you think you are.
You just have to keep a mouthpiece in when you're talking shit and just hope. Just hope that you bought the right mouthpiece.
Would you play the pickup game with Mike Tyson?
Hell no. I slap people. I foul people. I have a tendency to slap hands and whatnot and maybe shove or push or... You know what I'm bad about? Dead serious? My hips. Yeah. Like if you try to drive my way, I'll give you the bah with my hip. I got caught doing that in a rec league game, and I was like, "Oh, they whistle that, huh?" I was like,
"Oops." Yeah. Plus, you might get caught up in draining the 3 in his face and talking shit.
Yeah, give him the too little, Mike.
Yeah, I got stuff for you.
Well, see, the thing is, BJ doesn't have children to eat, so he's okay.
Yeah, well, he also talked about fucking a dude, so I don't want that either.
Yeah, speak about bitch.
Yeah, no, yeah. So there's plenty of threats for everybody sitting at this table right now. There's threats that affect all of us, so I wouldn't. There's no reason to act like that couldn't. Oh no, I'll make you love me.
Yeah, I'll
make you love me. That would be one of the most terrifying things a man like Mike Tyson could say to you. What are you going to do about it? That's like Dwight Howard saying, "I'll make you love me."
Oh.
Yeah, there it goes. I brought it back.
He had to come back to basketball, so thank you, BJ.
Wow, that story is crazy.
Go gadget Dwight.
I know.
So, since you want to talk basketball, let's talk the Magic playing the Cavs.
Yeah. So matchups, right? I think of our guards versus their guards. Do we have a chance?
Who's guarding Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah. Are they putting Suggs on Mitchell?
They would have to. I mean, you damn sure can't put Cole Anthony on him. You can't put and you can't put Markel Fultz on him. So I think between Anthony Black and Suggs playing defense, I mean, you're not going to stop him, but at least you know,
Who's
I don't
guarding
know.
Bonchero?
That's the
Probably
thing.
Evan Mobley, right?
Sure he is.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
that's
not
a
stopping him, but
that's a movement issue right there.
Yeah.
I don't think Mobley moves with Bonchero.
No.
Bonchero. How do they pronounce it?
Bonchero. Yeah, and if Franz remembers how to shoot,
I wouldn't be surprised if they traded him in the offseason.
who Franz?
Yep.
That's
Really?
what they get for him.
He's valuable and he's slightly inconsistent with
Yeah,
his scoring anyways.
Like he just forgot how to shoot this season.
They're gonna have to you remember, just like in the fantasy league, you gotta give up something to get something.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're not gonna fleece
Now-
the league.
Now they do have a lot of cap space.
Yeah, but who's out there? Are they really gonna pay D'Angelo Russell and Klay Thompson? Is that what the plan is?
God, I hope not. I mean, realistically, if he's healthy, I hope they sign one like Monk.
I'd throw the farm at SGA.
Oh yeah.
Do everything I could to pry him out of Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, that'll be a huge pickup. Him and
Yep.
Ben Carroll together.
Yep.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
I don't think it'll happen. I think
No,
Oklahoma
no.
City knows what they had, and they made that mistake once clearing house. I'm not sure they're ready to do that.
Right. Yeah. Plus, Sam Presti's still there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Did you see that meme I sent you earlier about they said Chet Holmgren wouldn't make it, and he's one of the few players who play 82 games this year?
I'm legit surprised by that. I did not think he was going to play all 82.
But nobody said that about Wemby, and he's got a similar build.
True.
They're both like stick figures.
Yeah.
Now, what I think is stupid is that the NBA has their rule of you have to play 65 games to qualify for an award, which on the surface is great. But Dante DiVincenzo for the Knicks played 70 games and does not qualify
Why?
because he didn't play 65 of 20 minutes or more.
That's his coach's
Wow.
fault.
That's just effing stupid.
But do you guys think that the Magic could potentially win in 7?
Do I think they can potentially win against the Cavs?
Yeah.
The Cavs, yes, the Cavs.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they're going past that.
No. Because
They're just lacking firepower.
yeah, and that's why they've got cap space and they need a shooting guard. They need to let Gary Harris retire, let Joe Ingles retire, and get in some shooting guards. That's really what they need.
But who would be an ideal shooting guard for the Magic?
You say Klay Thompson, I'm hanging up this podcast.
I'm asking you. I ain't say Klay Thompson. I'm asking you who would be. But I won't be shocked if the Magic threw the book at him to get him, because they do stupid shit like that. So I won't be shocked. But
Sean Kemp, Patrick Ewing.
exactly. Dominic Wilkins, way
Gerald
past the prime.
Wilkins.
Gerald Wilkins.
So here are the shooting guards that are available for free agency this year. Okay. Paul George, he ain't coming. Klay Thompson, hell no. James Harden, Buddy Hield, Evan Fournier, Malik Beasley.
I wouldn't mind Buddy Hield. He's a scorer.
Yeah, and he doesn't need the ball. Just give him the ball and let him shoot. He doesn't need to control the ball. Alan Burks, Malik Monk, Eric Gordon, Wesley Matthews, Josh Richardson, and then it just drops off from there.
I'm cool with Buddy Hield.
Yeah. I like your decision, AK with Malik Monk. He definitely gets you a bucket.
Yeah, and again, you don't want somebody that's gonna be a black hole with the ball. Like, just let him shoot it, let him do his thing, and let the offense go through Bonchero.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
So that's why I think it was great for them to make the playoffs this year and make a 5 seed. Like, hey, we're a legit playoff team who are not in the LeBron play-in tournament. They legit, and especially if they win their first round matchup against Cleveland. Okay, look, there's something here. Entice people to come to Orlando. Granted, they're going to have to overpay because it's Orlando, but get some people that can actually make some buckets, and you've got something here.
Mhm.
Unlike Milwaukee, who is literally falling apart at the seams. Like watching Milwaukee just fall apart has been just funny to watch because they never should have fired Adrian Griffin.
Yeah. They never should have got. They never should have let go of
J. Holiday
Drew
for
Holiday.
Damian Lillard.
No, that was a horrible trade.
Yeah. Because the Boston Celtics is a different team with Drew Holiday at the helm, which is why I picked them to come out of the East, Boston Celtics.
Which goes back to your question of how far can the Magic go? If they beat Cleveland, they stop in at Boston.
Oh, me.
Because that's who they would play in the next round.
Of course we would. Of course. Our luck.
Dorian acts like he plays on the team.
I mean, I'm invested. I mean, ever since the Shaq debacle and the debacle of Doc Rivers telling fucking Tim Duncan, "Oh no, your family can't fly on the damn plane." You know, it's been tough, man. This is really tough. You know, but I do like the direction we're going. I just hope that we don't put all our eggs in one basket on the whole Klay Thompson ordeal, because Klay he's past his prime.
Which means he'll probably come here. Again, I think BJ said it best. Sean Kemp, Patrick Ewing, Dominic Wilkins.
Yeah, we end up overpaying, but I hope not. Now as far as the Western Conference, who do you guys think can come out of the Western?
Denver.
I mean,
Denver?
they're the best team in basketball right now.
Yep.
You don't. What about Dallas? You think Dallas doesn't have a shot?
Oh, I think Dallas has a chance. I mean, because especially since Daniel Gafford got there, they've been a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I think Denver's just a better team. When healthy, they're a better team.
For sure.
What is Minnesota missing to be able to be in that upper echelon for its elite team?
Toughness.
That sounds like they need to trade Karl Anthony Towns.
Yep. I mean, really, if you watch them play, they were much better when Towns was not out there.
Have you heard his two voices? I'm asking.
I hear enough voices in my head. I don't need Towns' voice in my head.
Oh no, it sticks out.
It's very distinct.
Very distinct.
Look, I ain't saying that no time. I'm not getting in trouble with the alphabet people, so I'm leave that alone.
It's very how can I say this without getting anybody butt hurt?
That's the problem. He has a lisp.
It's well, I don't know if I can do this in 2024. I'm trying to think of the proper terms.
You better be
He sounds like a
careful.
gay man.
He probably is. That's okay.
I just channeled my inner Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. So the deal is, if he's gay, that's cool. That's got no reprimand on his character. He still needs to be tough on the basketball court. I don't give a damn where he's sticking his wick. He needs to be tough on the basketball court.
He is definitely code switching in a different setting.
I think.
Come on, Dorian. Where you going? Where you going, Dorian? You look like Homer going back in the bushes.
No, what I'm saying is, I think that Karl Anthony Towns could benefit from an off-season workout with Dwight Howard.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Oh,
For the toughness, bro. The
Here we
toughness.
go.
yeah, sure. That's what it was.
there.
That's what it
You
is.
mean
Hey, I'm
You
not
mean-
going with that. I said tough.
take that kind of toughness?
No Diddy, man. No Diddy.
No,
I
I'll
know-
make you love me.
Actually, I think that comment was all Diddy. It was full Diddy. It may have crossed over into Meek Mill.
I think she was about to go off the rails.
About to.
So I came across that video on Godfrey's podcast.
Oh, you did?
The alleged audio. Did you hear that? Oh my God! So I caught the guys off guard in the work truck, and I was like, "Hey guys, listen to this." And they were like, "Why did you do that to me?" I was like, "Look, man, if I gotta hear it, you gotta hear it."
It is very disturbing. I'm hoping that they took that. It's certainly probably took it from another,
Disturbing his pancreas.
but it's horrible, especially the part where it's bad. It's horrible, man. I'm like, wait a minute, because I was listening. I'm like, is that Meat Mill? And then like I heard the gestures. I'm like, this is disgusting. I can't listen anymore. It's bad.
I'll tell you
God,
what.
it's bad.
You didn't catch it one time through for research. You went back. You listened to it more than once.
I had to. I was like, let me see, just to be sure, because so some people's like, oh yeah,
Adam,
you tell us
I know that face. You're looking something up. Don't play that fucking video on the show. Do not play this video. You think Dory and I have ruined your search history now? Wait till you do this. Do not. We'll lose 3 of our 6 viewers if you do listeners.
Yeah.
Minimum.
What type of show is this? I signed up for this crap.
So we walked to a job the other day. We walked in, we looked at the house, and we got screwed. So I walked out and just made that noise on the way outside the house. They're like, fucking stop. Oh, yeah, well, I'm born from a different time. I was also the one who initiated the new guys by making them watch a video of a girl get punch fisted on a boat.
It's initiation.
Yeah, the noise that makes. And it wasn't the normal hole either. It was the one we all have. And she was just taking jabs and straights. I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way she doesn't wear a diaper. There's no way. If she doesn't wear a diaper, it's a fucking miracle of modern medicine. She's got like basketball drawstring in her butthole. She just zip it up.
Oh man.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think you understand. Wait for the DM later.
It's just
You won't believe it.
Yeah.
You won't believe it.
And then the end of it, it seemed like it was like a scream from the depths of hell. I'm like,
Well, look, bro.
going on?
Look, bro. At no point did it sound like there was any enjoyment in that video.
Right, but at first all you heard was and then it's like towards the end you're like
That was a half-ass impression, by the way. If you're gonna do it, fucking go all out.
I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
Let me do it.
If any of your friends listen to this podcast, you're gonna have a rough week.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was like that wasn't friendly.
Yeah.
Like it was. Let me put it into straight terms. Have you ever been arguing with your girlfriend for like a week and then she finally gives it up and you drill her head into the headboard? It was kind of something like that.
Okay.
There's a bit of aggression in it. There's some aggression in it.
Adam.
It's done. We sank this bitch. I sank your battleship.
I was trying to think of how you can get the aggression to the O.J. Simpson piece of the show. So, I mean.
Well, some got stabbed. Some was getting stabbed repeatedly, actually. There you go. There's the commitment I asked for. If you're gonna bring it up on the show, like the great Ron Swanson said, don't half-ass one thing, whole-ass two things. Or he said either way, whatever the fuck he said. It's a Ron Swanson quote. You can Google that shit too. Google that instead of the Meek Mill video. Alleged Meek Mill video. Sorry, Meek, I didn't do it. Golly.
AK, you don't listen to that soundbite, you be like,
what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Like, there's no respect in that soundbite. I have no respect for you as a human. I don't care what this does to you.
Not even a little bit.
I hope you live for a month.
All right, I would say this. I'll leave it alone. It's like, for the person that's giving, it's like, what mindset you have to be in to be able to punish someone like that? What do you really do?
It's like
wrong with you?
If I'm gonna go to radio stations and make them play your shitty music, you're gonna pay for this shit. That's what it is. If you're gonna make me beg the radio stations to play your subpar music, I'm gonna realign your kidneys.
Oh man.
Puff Daddy, Doctor of Internal Medicine.
Yeah, Playboy. Oh, I like that, Daddy. I like that. Huh?
What did you say? Take that. Poor Adam. Poor, just out on an island over there.
I'm gonna listen to this shit when I edit the podcast.
Not talking about anal sex. And punch fisting. You okay over there, bud? Why's your head red?
I was in the water park all weekend.
No, I don't think that's it.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think it was that red when the show started. This shit got awkward in a hurry. You should see his face.
Two things can be true.
Yes, two things can be true.
I just want to
be stabbing OJ, stabbing guts. We did it. Go ahead. There's our segue. You can take the show back for a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck it up here in just a second.
So we talked about Mike Tyson earlier about how he was a larger than life character when we were growing up. So was OJ. Yeah. And I still remember the quote that Arnold Schwarzenegger said about James Cameron when they were filming The Terminator. James Cameron was going to have O.J. Simpson be the Terminator. And according to Arnold, O.J. didn't get the role because James Cameron said did not see him as a killer.
Or enough knives in the Terminator.
Hey, the liquid one did, so I mean there is that.
I mean, I think the right person played Terminator, ultimately, but
yeah.
I remember OJ mostly in Loaded Weapon.
Oh, you mean Lethal Weapon?
No, Loaded Weapon.
Yeah, Loaded Weapon. Oh,
no, Loaded Weapon was with Charlie Sheen's brother, Emilio Estevez. Lethal Weapon was with
Mel
not
Gibson.
Loaded Weapon. It's Lethal Weapon was Mel Gibson and
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun.
Yeah, Naked Gun. That's it.
There we go.
That's it. Naked Gun.
We're all stupid.
This is a Naked Gun with Leslie Nielsen.
Some of my favorite movies growing up. Leslie Nielsen was hilarious in every one of those movies.
Yes.
And Airplane.
Is he passed away like what, early 2000s?
A little while ago. It was a while ago. Yeah. He just do interviews with a little fart machine.
And to think, he started out as a very dramatic
serious actor.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is what made him hilarious. Yeah. Is the fact that he still did that while being a moron. It's brilliant. Those movies. Yeah.
I probably the the most interesting thing about the whole OJ thing from last week was you had Caitlyn Jenner or whatever say, "Well, good riddance," and somebody went, "Didn't you kill somebody too?"
Yeah, so he says y'all got the same body count.
Yeah.
Actually, I think OJ has one more.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
And then somebody put, "Don't worry, your time will come, Mrs. Topflyer."
John Sally swears he didn't do it. He said he knows OJ. And he said if you know OJ, you know he couldn't do it.
Sure.
Well, one thing that I did read was somebody said that if he did do it, why did Mark Furman try to frame
Because he's a white cop in L.A.
Because they were like, if
Why did the cop pour whiskey in the black man's car a couple weeks ago? Because they can.
Why did he lose the libel suit then?
Yeah.
To the tune of $33 million or so.
Well, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
I think they were smart and they let the blood-soaked glove sit long enough to shrink up and then pulled it out. It was like, look, it doesn't fit.
Yep.
It'd be interesting to take a leather glove, put some pig's blood on it, put it in a plastic bag, sit it in an evidence room, and bring it out a month or two later and see what happens.
It'll shrink.
And at least get crispy.
Yep. So now I remember where I was when that verdict came down that he was not guilty. And I remember just the reactions from certain people. Some were happy, some were shocked.
You're talking about your father.
No, I was actually, we were still in class because it was during the day. I was in graphic design at Leesburg High when that verdict came down. And I remember, people like, hey, look, a black man finally got one over on the justice system. It's like, no, a rich man still got over on the justice system.
Yeah.
It's not a white-black thing. It's a rich versus everyone thing.
Diddy's pretty rich. We're going to see how this plays out.
Yeah. Yeah. Diddy done pissed off the what is it called? Digio? Whatever. They're the largest liquor distributor.
Diageo?
Yeah, Diageo is what it's called. Yeah. So there's one theory that says that when Diddy sued them for race discrimination, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're coming for your ass." Don't know if it's true or not, but it's just all of a sudden everything is coming out of woodworks, and they were saying that I was reading that you had Cassie, you have some other individuals who are cooperating with law enforcement and Homeland Security.
There's an awful lot of people that have been saying shit about Diddy for a long time.
Right.
They got Method Man on tape saying that he thought Kanye West was weird because he caught him sucking dick in the bathroom at a Diddy party.
What? Damn.
Well, you look broken.
I mean, I'm like, I just don't.
So he really does like fish sticks.
I mean, I don't fuck with fish sticks.
Nah, you don't even understand. You don't watch South Park, do you?
I mean, I watch a couple episodes, but I don't.
PJ, thank you for getting that reference. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I can Google it. I'm pretty sure something.
You need to watch. Yeah.
But here's the thing though. So all the people that came out and said, "Hey, Diddy's been this monster forever," and now that is coming out. So because I was told that technically the police can't arrest him, Homeland Security, the reason why they were able to raid his home because of they have enough evidence to prove of sex trafficking. It's what one pundit I was listening to was saying about the case. They said that's why they didn't arrest him, they detained him. There's a difference between being arrested and being detained.
Well, and how long did Bill Cosby walk free when all of that was known?
Yeah.
How long did R. Kelly walk free when all of that was known? I mean, we knew that R. Kelly was pissing on 15-year-olds when we were in high school.
Yeah, because the video came out.
Drip, drip, drip.
Yeah. Wow. Man. So you think it's only a matter of time before they just round them
Hey,
up?
you were only useful enough to these rich idiots until you're not. And once you're
Yeah.
not, they will turn you in and turn everything against you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Basically like toilet paper.
Yep.
You're only good for as much shit as you can take, and then you get tossed aside.
Hmm. Too much. Damn. And then his son got indicted.
I wonder how
So.
Meek Mill feels about that analogy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then Nicki Minaj confirmed that when she was with Meek Mill, one of the reasons why they would have arguments because he would spend like quality time with Diddy. Like they would spend all day. He would stay nights at his house and
Let me
everything.
ask you this: why hasn't Mace defended him?
That's true. You're right. No one's coming to his aid. No one.
Like I have not heard anybody say no, this is false.
No, everybody's ripping him apart.
Yeah.
So, all I can hear is Cat Williams. Diddy wants a body, and you got to tell him no.
Cat Williams started all this shit.
You know, I'm telling you, you know how to discredit somebody. All you got to do is say they're a drug addict or crazy, and they get discredited. And all of a sudden, he starts saying all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the crazy one?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you this: what else is he right about?
That's true.
Kevin Hart in the dress, Ludacris in the Illuminati shit.
I don't think he ran a 4.340.
What? He ran a pretty fast 40 for a guy in his 50s.
That's probably true. I don't think it was
so now, but what about then?
He said he could do. He said he could do a 4.5 now.
I doubt that. We're all a little delulu about our athletic ability at this age, anyway. So
yeah,
but and Orlando Brown's been saying stuff like this for a while.
Yeah, he has.
But he is a bit out there.
No. Oh, he is.
Well, to your point, I mean, if you know someone's going to say something about you, you discredit them first. You make them.
Dude, Cat ran a 4.97 at an NFL Pro Day event in Texas.
Like a month ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Mm.
And he said he could run a 4.5. He's 4/10 off. At 52 years old. The man ran a 4.5 at some point. I'm betting.
And Daryl Green could run a 4.2. I just don't think he could do it now.
No, but look. Some people are delulu about their athletic ability.
Yeah.
They are. Seriously.
Yeah.
And then they get out there and they're like,
oh, that hurts.
Like, if anybody said you want to play basketball right now, you think I'm going to play like I would now, or do you think I'm going to play like I did 10 years ago? In my brain, I'm going to go out there and try to play like I did 10 years ago. That's all Cat Williams did.
Yeah.
And then my knees are going to be like, fuck you.
I have one more playoff series I want to get to before we get to a Florida segment. Does anybody actually give a shit about the Phoenix versus Minnesota series?
I do, and I'll tell you why.
Anthony Edwards is there.
Anthony Edwards and Bradley Beal have been chirping back and forth. I want to see them go at it. Rise to the occasion. So everything else is like that.
Who's going to outsoft the other, Cat or KD?
Damn. I've only heard one voice out of KD.
Yeah.
Well, you've heard one voice, but how many Twitter accounts?
Ah.
I'll let Dorian handle this.
I think push comes to shove. I think KD will
Push come to shove.
I think KD will.
Oh, did he?
Okay, but I think
everybody, I'd like to welcome you to Dorian's gayest episode.
That's gonna be the title. I'll make sure.
Dorian's gayest episode.
Happy.
Don, ye gay or apparel? I'm like, no, I'm good.
Dorian's all the Diddy episode.
No, it's just that soundbite is disturbing, man.
It's disturbing, and what's worse, and what I hate about it more than anything, is it's stuck in my head for like 2 weeks. I was so mad. I'd just be walking around at work and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
And then probably he goes, "Oh shit!"
And you know me, I like to make sure the stress is evenly distributed. So I just walk on the truck going, I don't like to go through things alone. I like to make sure that,
Well, sharing is caring.
Diddy. It can all come back to Diddy. It all comes back to Diddy.
Actually, LeBron James been to a new.
Whoa. You're crossing lines now.
I'm just saying. They were saying, I mean, even LeBron James said himself, he said, ain't no party like a Diddy party.
What that mouth do?
But
I wonder how close LeBron and Dwight are on those Team USA flights away from the family, overseas, hotels and whatnot. I just did that to your brain. You're welcome. You're welcome. No, it's in there. It's in there now. Now you at least have to entertain the idea.
And this is supposed to be my gayest episode.
Who held who down? Or would that be whom, Adam?
It'd be whom.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't think LeBron James is Dwight Howard's type.
Why? Because LeBron puts up a fight?
Well, from what Dwight's mistress, I don't know what to call him. She says that LeBron, not LeBron.
Damn! Oh my God! You just said he, she. You're going to fucking Facebook jail. You are done. You're fucking done. You're going to hell.
I'm gonna say he
Democrats hate you. That's not what you said though. That's not what they said though. That's what I said though. Joe Biden's on his way to your house right now.
Oh no, he's got AOC coming after him, not Joe Biden.
Oh, you had a chance. Now you don't. The woman that said no doesn't mean no. It means find another way. I think you got your messages crossed up. I don't think you mean that. I don't think you mean that. If that was applied to you in different situations, I don't think that would be the statement you'd want to hear come out of a guy's mouth. She said it. I swear, I'll send you the clip. I am not exaggerating or paraphrasing. I am word for word.
The number of guys that literally went, he has a point.
Bill Cosby's like, gotcha. Check. Let me out of jail.
Wow.
That's why I hate politicians. They really don't listen. And this is all. It's not right or left. I hate all politicians. They don't listen to what they say. They're so wrapped up in getting their point out that they will say the contradictory to things they've been saying for years. They'll say this thing, and then there's like, I don't think that's what you mean. Did anybody check your thoughts before you decide to think them?
No, they're not written down on this card. If it's not on this card, it's not. I can't say it.
And then you teleprompter's like Ron Burgundy. Just reads anything.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Fuck you, San Diego. Is that what he said?
So, well, speaking of politicians, I think we'll get to our Florida segment now.
I'm so excited. Week two of the Florida segment.
So, just so that everyone knows, obviously we live in Florida and we live in Central Florida. It is hot as balls. It will make your balls smell like weeks old cheese that's been left out in the sun. So, but apparently our brilliant
Wait a second. How the fuck do you know that?
what my balls stink in the Florida sun?
This is officially switched from Dorian's to mine. Now Adam's here. This is our gayest episode ever.
So, but apparently our pointed-headed governor thought it's a great idea to stop local cities and counties from saying, no, you have to give workers breaks when they work outside.
You know what's funny? Just fucking take them. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna fucking do? Get back to work. Eat a dick. Like, I hope they do come tell me to get back to work. I hope they do. Do you know that 2 years ago we had 5 or 6 straight days of 110 degree heat index?
Yeah.
Do you know that it's not uncommon? I work outside. Good for my Irish heritage side. I get burned up and extra freckles and whatnot. It's not uncommon for me to drink 12 to 14 bottles of water a day. That might kill an office worker. You might float your kidneys. If you tell me, I swear to God, it makes me want to switch to like a county or government job just to try them. Just to try them. Fucking, you tell me not to sit in the shade and drink a bottle of water real quick. See what happens. I'll throw that bitch at you. I swear to God, I'll throw it at you. Or take my shirt off and wring it over the top of your fucking head.
The shirt you've been sweating in all day.
Yeah. Give you some salt water. Make sure you retain your electrolytes.
Speaking of Florida, I have one.
I love it.
Woman claims God told her to shoot drivers because of the eclipse.
That sounds Florida.
That sounds Florida.
It is Florida.
Yes. Was bath salts involved, or is it just
the Florida heat?
Just Florida heat?
In Bonifay, Florida.
Didn't she like shoot a kid?
She shot a
9-year-old or something.
I know that she had an AR-15 and a 9mm.
Oh.
Okay, so for everyone that's listening, it is not uncommon during hurricane season for the National Hurricane Center to say, please do not shoot the hurricanes with your guns.
Yeah, it's not uncommon. They tell you not to fire bullets into the air because they have to come down somewhere. Because most of Florida doesn't understand basic science. They probably think they're shooting it off the edge of the flat disk that is Earth.
Yes.
I would love to see how many flat earthers reside in Florida and what that percentage is compared to other states in the nation.
It's probably higher than a lot of states. But, we have to remember that Mississippi and Alabama still exist.
And then I would like to find what other ideas they have and then form a chart. And I think we could find out that a lot of the people that think the earth is flat also share similar ideas on other things.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Called fucking idiots.
Yes. And again, we've talked about this. Like when we were growing up, you were a fucking idiot, but you were off to yourself.
Yeah, you're just dumb. You're ostracized. People made fun of you, and yeah. And now you got the collective that is the internet.
And now you can find other dumb idiots.
Yeah, you find your people, and they like verify your idiocracy, and you're like, yeah, no, that's how it is. That's true.
Like no.
Like I have a friend who decided to start feeding their baby steak at 6 months old, 7 months old. I was like, hey, you trying to kill that thing? Want to choke it? Steak? We could try like chicken, something they can chew, maybe fish. We could try something.
Now, I will admit that when my kids were growing up, I gave them beef, but it was pureed beef.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about New York strip,
No,
like a chunk of steak. Let her gnaw on it with her
trying to
toothless
make the
mouth.
baby choke.
There's other ways to get rid of it. You can put it up for adoption. You don't have to kill it.
That's crazy.
I thought so too.
But this is Florida. Where I had to explain to people that no, the eclipse did not activate the 5G chip from the COVID vaccine that I got. I am okay.
This state is odd. You have to come down here and experience it. And vacation is not enough.
Well, and you have to understand that when people come down for vacation, they go to like Orlando or Miami or Tampa, and they
Really?
stay there.
They don't come here. They
No,
don't come to the swamp.
no.
I don't know why you don't come to the swamp. Have you ever been swarmed by mosquitoes to the point where you question your mental health?
Yes, unfortunately, because I've lived in Leesburg for 16
ever-
years.
Have you ever seen like the native Africans who have like the horse tail and they just sit there and fucking swat left and right? Just up and down, all over themselves, keep swatting to keep the bugs away. That's what I
Oh,
do
yeah,
with towels. That's what I do with towels. I'll just sit there and hold the towel sometimes and just keep moving up. Just keep swatting. It gets bad. And then like I would love to know, I would love for our listeners to give us some feedback on Facebook or whatever. Let us know how many are like actually from Florida or not, because then we can see like if we're teaching you anything. Like there's something called blind mosquitoes that are
Yes.
absolutely fantastic. They are not blind and they are not mosquitoes, but Florida. They're great because like if you walk through a field at night, they get between your sandals and you step on them and squish them, and it makes this nice slime that you can slide out of your sandals. It's just a fucking amazing experience if you haven't done it before.
Yeah, I remember my wife was driving up in Leesburg. She was driving home, and she like stopped at a gas station. She went, "Why is that white wall? Why is the paint chipping off and looking like it's black?" I'm like, "That's not paint." She looked. She's like, "What is it?" I'm like, "Oh, those are bugs." Ugh.
Yeah, no. It's so funny because like if you belong to Facebook groups for like the local cities and word of mouth groups, the people that just move here like, what's this kind of bug? And it's like, your friend now.
Yeah.
Your friend. And we have these little green, what do they call it? Anoles, the lizards. Is that how you pronounce it?
Sure.
Yeah. But they're like, I got to get rid of these lizards. I said, you better not. they eat their body weight in bugs at night. You better leave it out there.
Yeah.
That's your free Massey right there. Just let it walk around and eat bugs. Jeez. I got to get rid of lizards. All right, man. You start getting rid of these lizards. Lizards bring snakes. Well, snakes eat rats. You better keep the snakes too. Florida, damn it.
Yeah. One of my personal favorites is, cockroaches. They're disgusting just as a whole. Now, what people who lived out of state don't realize when they move here is the cockroaches here will fly.
Yeah.
At you.
Yes. And you want to scare somebody who's never lived in Florida, watch them around a flying cockroach.
It's so funny. It is so funny because we get so used to it that you just kind of swatted it and go on about your day. And they like go into this like air raid ducking thing where they're like trying to dodge this bat or whatever they think it is. It's excellent. One of my favorite things I had seen online was somebody posted a picture of the alligator snapping turtle, and they're like, "What kind of turtle is this?" And then everybody was like, "Get away from it! Get away from that turtle! It'll take your finger off! Don't you dare!" Those things are mean. I've seen one as big as a trash can lid, and I don't mean kitchen trash can. I mean outside trash.
Like a 55-gallon jug trash can.
We called Mr. John from Dorian's neighborhood. He came down here and they ate turtle soup that night. I cannot tell you the joy in that man's voice when my dad called him and said he had a big snapping turtle down. He goes, "Mr. Warren, I'll be right down." And he came right down. I mean, right down. And then on top of that, first of all, if you haven't seen the alligator snapping turtle, Google it. He picks it up like any other turtle. He grabs it right by the shell behind the head and grabs it by the shell by the ass and picks it up. Loaded it into his truck and went back and cooked some turtle soup. Biggest turtle I've ever seen in my life. In nature. Biggest turtle I've ever seen.
Florida is just
Turtle.
we're just different here.
Yeah, like Louisiana's different, Texas, it's all different, but I don't know how to explain it. You just got to come down here and do what you do when you go to a foreign country. Get out of the tourist areas, go find the locals, and then just watch. And you'll be like, I can't believe this shit exists.
And if you are here on vacation, please do not day drink. It hits differently.
Wait a second. Let him day drink. Let him day. Let him sit out in 100-degree heat index on the beach in the sun and day drink. Because it's hilarious. They don't understand that 2 beers turns into 6 without drinking 4 more.
No.
Like it's a different, I don't know what it is. I think it's the dehydration increases the blood alcohol content or something, but like, I don't know what it is. It's the sun and the beach combined with the alcohol, and all of a sudden you're way more drunk than you expected to be. It costs you less. I mean, it's definitely cost effective. And I would not recommend drinking liquor day drinking. You might die.
Yes.
I'd stick to beer. You get some electrolytes. That's the only way you're going to make it.
And by the way, don't combine those electrolytes with vodka. That's a bad idea.
I went on a few dates with this girl from Long Island, and we went to the beach. And she was like, I'd like to go to the beach. She said, you haven't been since you've been down here? She's been for a year. She's like, I haven't been able to get up there. And I was like, well, let's go. I said, I'm going to swing by Sam's and grab a canopy. She's like, oh, no, don't do that. I said, do you see this skin? It's not for you. But, if I go to the beach, I'm either getting a hotel room so I can disappear from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, or I'm getting a canopy. Those are the 2 options. So I went and got the canopy, and we get up there, and I set it up or whatever, and we start walking down the beach a little bit, and she turns around and we start going back, and she sits down and goes, I think the canopy was a good idea. And I was like, you think? I think it was. Jeez. Yeah, the angle of the sun is different down here. You could probably sit at a beach at Long Island to get sunburned. You will get skin cancer down here. You will get melanoma.
Yeah. And it's so funny. You see people like, hey, we're going to go to the water park. Hey, different water parks, different states. Again, the sun's a little different there. You go to the water park here, and there's a couple of them. You're coming back, and you are red.
Yeah, because you get the sun from the top and the sun off the concrete. So you're just getting like double roasted. It's basically a convection oven for white people. It's terrible. So, that's just a terrible experience. But I will tell you this, and if you ever come to Florida and you haven't been here before, if you go to an amusement park or a water park and it storms at 1 o'clock, go find some shelter and sit down. Everybody's going to leave and it's going to clear out, and you're going to have the whole park to yourself.
Yeah.
Anybody that's got the balls to stick it out is going to have 3 hours of an underpopulated park.
Yeah,
it's
like
great.
If you're at one of the theme parks and like you feel that like that wet wind coming by, just go inside, go have a lunch somewhere, and just chill. When everyone leaves, you'll have the whole park to yourself.
And if it's like there was a place, Wild Waters in Ocala. They didn't have a lot of places to go inside. So you know what we did? We went in the damn bathrooms and just stood there at the edge of the bathrooms, waited for the storm to pass. All these people are streaming out of the park. And then for the next 3 hours, we just rode whatever ride we wanted, waiting for maybe 2 or 3 people to get on it.
Yeah.
It was excellent. Now, here's the thing. We are the lightning capital of the United States, and you will get struck. So you have to wait a little extra after the storm passes.
But here's the thing, though. Those storms pass pretty damn quickly.
Yeah, they blow right through, and people don't get it. It's Busch Gardens one year. We went, and it rained at like 12:30. Park emptied out. Couldn't believe it. Rode Kumba 6 times in a row. Found out that's my limit. I love roller coasters, and I can ride most of them once around, maybe twice. But they literally kept sending me and my brother on Kumba. We'd come back through. You want to go again? Yeah. You want to go again? Yeah. 6 times. That 6th time, I was like, all right, I'm done. Fuck this. Get out of here. And I was like, I need to sit down for a minute. And Kumba's not even like that. Kumba, it's like nice, but there's
like
been
a medium roller coaster.
There's been advancements.
Yeah. God, what's the one that's at SeaWorld? God, no, not Manta.
Kraken?
No, not Kraken. The other one, the shark one.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, is it
Mako?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where like you literally feel like you're coming out of your seat.
Yeah, I don't like that feeling. I'll go. I will go. I
Yeah.
like it.
I did it one time. I'm like, no.
Do you remember? Do you remember Nathan Brain?
Yeah.
I was terrified of roller coasters, and we went on a band trip to Busch Gardens in 7th grade, and we were there. Everybody's getting a run for line for Kumba because Kumba had just opened that year. So we get there, and it's like an hour and a half wait. He's like, so I had several times to just, but he's like, no, come on, just go. And he kept talking to me, and I kept forgetting what I was doing. And then all of a sudden, it was like, you know, where you're like, you can turn back, but you're just too deep.
Yeah.
You have to go through several people to get out of here. So I was just like, fuck, here we go. And I wrote it and loved it. I was like, oh, what have I been missing?
Yep. Like I can do most roller coasters here. Like I can even do the ones at Universal. I cannot do Mako at SeaWorld. Like when I came out of my seat, I'm like, get me the fuck out of the seat as quick as I possibly can. Well, make sure I'm on the ground first.
You know what was cool as a kid, but not so much as an adult, is Space Mountain.
Yes.
Those cross members above you.
Oh,
you can see the shadows of them, and I feel like if you put your hands up, you will lose them.
You will lose them. Have you ever seen Space Mountain with the lights on?
Yes, it broke down when I was in it one time, and then I was like, I do not want to ride this ever again. No, I mean there are some places in there where it's like you could get decapitated if you went too high.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep your hands and feet inside that ride, children.
And it's like when we go to Magic Kingdom, it's like, okay, I'm doing Big Thunder. Y'all can do space. It's like stay over there.
So come to the podcast for Florida tips and stupid Florida stories. There will be both.
Yep, and it will be fun. So.
But when you come here, you absolutely should get to know the locals.
Yes.
They will take you to places you shouldn't go, and then they're going to tell you they're going to take you swimming in like natural places, and then what they're going to tell you they will. First of all, yes, we will. We'll put you in a river on a rope swing, and we'll play, and it'll be a great time. And then when we get out, they'll let you know there are alligators in there. Yeah, and water moccasins. Probably something else we don't know about.
Yeah. So, yeah, I remember all the times that we went to Ski Beach. And then looking back, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, stupid. Stupid. And the times you go to the lakes and rivers to swim are the time when the alligators are mating.
Yep.
Which is when as we covered last week, is when they're most ornery.
Yeah. Yeah. They will invite themselves into your party.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? For the most part, they'll leave you alone, but there's always an accidental interaction that's going to cause you to get bit.
Yep.
That's what happens typically, I think, is they have things on the side of their face that they react to things in the water, and they will just snap your ass.
So, well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Sandlot Sports.
Peace.